Okay. Okay, let's hit present and then we will do this. Okay, so welcome to our new coach call. What are we, June? 6 months into the year, crazy. And yeah, so Kim and I are going to be leading this call, kind of just sharing the simple steps to help get your business started. And the biggest thing we want you guys to take away from this, if you're watching the recording or here live, is it's simple what we do. And we don't want you to overcomplicate it. And we're going to simply share over the next, 30-ish minutes of just how you can get started with your business, simple, and start having success and get going, like just basically turning the wheel so you can start earning income by simply sharing what you're already doing and helping others. So that's the best part of what we do. So have an open mind. If you have questions, we will, leave it to the end to go over them, but you can always put it in the chat bar as well. And we can look over that so you don't forget what those questions are. So in the beginning, the first thing that we want you to remember is that you are working on you and your journey. So make sure that you have picked a program that you are going to go all in if you haven't already, that you're in your coach's challenge group, that you're participating. I always say in the beginning, be the best challenger, meaning you want to show up, not that you're a coach, but that you are a challenger, that you are logging your workouts, logging your Shakeology, that you are adding any value to. Like if you stumbled across a quote, add it into your challenge group. Your coach does not mind if she's leading it. Just make sure that you're interacting. And then of course, your coach expects to hear from you regularly. So just make sure that you're touching base with them, letting them know if the training is going too slow, too fast, how you're feeling with everything, because we want to make sure that we mentor you depending on your goals and kind of the time that you have to put into this business. But remember, you are a beginner. So as you get added to our team page and as you get added to our pods that we have in our Facebook Messenger, just remember that you are a beginner. So don't ever look at what myself is doing or Kim or any other coach that you might be following and go, oh my gosh, I don't know how they do that so well, whether it's videos, posting in their photos. That is something that just get that out of your mind, because we've been doing this a little bit longer than you. And we started as baby coaches to not knowing how to do a thing. So just know, take comparison out of the equation and focus on your own journey in the beginning. Your first goal, we want to help you help one person in your first week. And you guys, this is the fun part. This is when you get to simply share what you're doing, what has worked for you, and let other people decide if it's a good fit for them. But you have to have excitement and you have to have belief behind the products that we offer and the community and the whole package. The best thing right now that's amazing is that our packages are $20 off. So instead of it being for the basic package, 160, which is our annual all access Beachbody on Demand with either Shakeology or Recover and Energize, it's $20 off. So you get to help that person and go, you know what? For less than $12 a month, you're able to get a membership for an entire year. You will never get bored. And you get 1 month of supplements plus eating plans, recipe book, 2 nutrition plans. I mean, when you break it down to that, it's seriously an amazing deal. It's such a steal. Like I never have a hard time sharing the cost because I believe wholeheartedly in what it is that they get. And it's a lot for the amount of money that they're paying. And then, of course, if you're wondering how you can set a new customer up, your coach will send you that email that goes over how to do that, which is super, super, super easy. So in the beginning, you want to make sure that you have accomplished these 2 action items, and we're going to go over that right now. But you want to make sure that you have shared that you're a coach, and you don't have to come out and be like, all right, I am a Beachbody coach. Just thought I'd let everyone know. No, that is actually, we don't recommend you doing that, but we do recommend you doing a post and sharing it with your coach beforehand, just kind of explaining what you've been up to. And it doesn't have to be a before and after photo. If you have one of you or one with you and your kids, but we want to make sure it's of you, a clear picture of you looking at the camera and you are the main subject. That way they feel like you are speaking to them. And then, of course, we have example posts too. If you're like, well, I don't really know how to start my first coming out post, we have all that. But this is just to kind of get you an idea going of how that first post should be. So you want to start off with a sentence of, maybe you're nervous about what you're doing. You can say, because in the beginning, you have to remember you're talking to your closer friends and family because that's who's following you. You don't probably have many people that you're not friends with yet. As you start growing on social media, you will have people that come to you that you didn't know. But in the beginning, we're focusing on your main close family and friends, even if there's someone who you haven't spoken to in 5 years. But you knew them at one point in your life and they're still following you. You're kind of following them and seeing what they're doing in their life. So I always say talk about a pain point before you started the home workout program. So maybe share where you were before you joined your coach. What was it that you needed? Did you need it? And did you need a simple solution that you can do in the comfort of your house? Did you need it efficient and community and accountability? But explain like what was it that you were yearning for? Whether it was to lose weight, gain energy, lose inches, feel more confident in your skin, fit into some clothes that you didn't fit in before. Like, what was it that you wanted to accomplish that you feel like you have? Um, and then, of course, clearly do a clear invite of inviting them to your next group. So I know Kim and I are kind of on the same schedule with when we announce or when we do our challenge groups. It's usually the third Monday of every month. That way we have all month pretty much the first 2 to 3 weeks of talking about our groups, what it entails, and to be plugging people into it before we start. And then, of course, we want to see that post before you put it on social media because we will help you, whether we decide, oh, you know what, I would tweak it to say this, or it wasn't a strong enough closing sentence at the end. We will help you with that because we've done this plenty of times and we want to make sure that first post is, the right way and we'll get traction. So going back to the first two actions, that was number one. Number two is we want to make sure that you help or that you invite a minimum of 20 people. And you might sit there and go, well, how do I invite these 20 people? And you guys, this is the easy part. It's going to be people who like that coming out post. So you're going to get people that are like, way to go. Oh my gosh, incredible. That's like good for you, right? You're going to have people that are your fans that are going to support you, whether it's friends or family. And so you're going to write down those people that liked your photo and go, wow, these are actually, maybe it's more than 10 people, maybe it's 30 or 50. That's even better. But in the beginning, I think we always wonder, well, what if no one joins me? Well, you have to have the confidence that people who are struggling or maybe need a solution that you need, just like why you're here, that there's other people out there that were just like you or like you before you started. But I do want to prepare you that not everyone is going to be ready to join you. Not everyone is going to say yes. And you might hear crickets. You might hear no one, says, yeah, I'm interested, right? But you'll never hear yes if you're too afraid to hear no. And I always say, like, your first 5 to 10 posts, as you start posting more, you're really planting seeds. So that coming out post, yeah, we want it to be good, but it doesn't mean that's where you're gonna get all your people from. That's just planting the seed, letting people know what you're doing. And then as you build trust and results, sharing your results and credibility, you're going to get people that come around because you're adding value, you're showing up consistently, you're adding, you're serving people. Like I always look at it like I'm going to serve the people at my dinner table. What are these people who are watching me every day? What do I want them to know? How do I want to help them today? And you can't give up after a few posts, right? That's why we want you to do that coming out post and to prepare yourself that you can do hard things and that you're going to stay consistent and not just do that one post and then go MIA, right? It takes time to build that credibility. Okay, so social media. This is sometimes the scariest part for most. I know it was for me. I wasn't someone that shared a lot on social media. I was kind of like the highlight reel, right? Like, oh my gosh, we're on family vacation. Here's a few photos. Okay, my kid just graduated kindergarten. Woohoo, right? But I wasn't sharing really my fitness journey. I wasn't sharing a lot of me. It was like I felt uncomfortable being the main subject and posting on social media. I'll admit it was scary for me at first. But how I looked at it was, you know what? If I don't want to post on social media, that's okay. I can still do this business. I can still talk about it with my friends and my family, and I can still invite my neighbors or coworkers. But what I found is that when I stayed consistent on social media, those people were the ones that eventually came around and said, okay, I need to do what you're doing. You're so consistent, you're so motivating, and I need to do what you're doing. And I remember thinking, what? You don't even like my posts. What? You never commented on my posts. But they're the ones, there's so many of them who are silently watching you and your journey. So we want you to obviously dip your toes into social media and make it that commitment to do that first post so you can let other people know what you're up to. We don't want you to be a silent coach. We want people to know what you're doing and why you love it and why you're doing this, right? And then, of course, do what feels right for you as you start and what feels most comfortable. And I know we already went over that part. So everyone is a beginner. So don't let that scare you if you feel like unsure of how to be on social media. That comes with time. Here are a few quick tips with social media. You want to treat your stories, so Instagram stories or your main feed, if you're not familiar with Instagram stories yet, you want to treat it as if it's your journal and that you are taking people alongside your journey day in and day out. That doesn't mean that you need to share every step and move that you're doing. No, it just means, you know what, let's shoot for 5 to 7 or 10 stories a day. Maybe that's you getting ready for your workout and having a good start to your week. Maybe it's sharing a few clips of your workout, not worrying about speeding it up or using any special apps, just not worrying about filtering it, just being you. And then of course, working on not just your coming out posts, but committing to the about 3 posts per week as you start. And I always say, something is better than nothing. We just want to keep that momentum going and we want to help you get that consistency. I think, what are we on? What slide? It's hard to see on here. I'll do this last slide, Kim, and then you can take over. And then I always say you are attracting you. So I always look at who I am. And that's what we want you to do. Who are you? Let us know. Write a few qualities down about you. I'm a boy mom. And I'm a mom of 4. I'm also a girl mom now. I have 3 boys and a girl. I was a college athlete, so I will put that in. I'll say how I was a college athlete and I played soccer. I was also in corporate sales, in pharmaceutical sales / medical sales for a long time. So I bring that up a lot in how I became a work from home mom. I'm a mom of 4. I will incorporate how I run multiple times a week as well, doing these programs. We have a dog, and then I have a lot of different hobbies besides coaching. Because now that you're a coach, that doesn't mean that's all you post about. It doesn't mean that's all you're going to share are your fitness and your health and all of that. You are the same person, but you are just sprinkling in this other side of you now that you decided to do, which is coaching. Okay. So you're going to keep it simple. Let's not do collages, or we always recommend doing less writing on pics unless you're doing like a before and after. And you can say this was January, right? Maybe before you got your transformation, you put on there January and then where you are today, June or today. That is fine to do. We just don't want a lot of wording all over it, like join me, challenge group starting. We just want to keep it really clean on our main feed. And then as a reminder, you are the main subject. So some kids, some families, some pets, we want people to know who you are, but you want to let people into your world with your personality and also how you're going to be adding value, whether it's a recipe, whether it's something that, a quick tip that helped you get going in the morning when you weren't motivated. Who was the old you? Was the old you like doing workouts maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and now you're about 5 to 6 times a week? Okay, great. Well, what helped you with that? How did you overcome those struggles? And then I always like to say, we typically as a team, and you can run this business however you want, but we typically as a team do curiosity marketing. And what that means is, when you start sharing your journey, you don't need to say, okay, I'm a Beachbody coach and I am doing the 21-day fix. Does anyone want to join me? Because what happens is that some people are too scared to reach out to you and say, I'm interested. And they go, oh, well, she looks great. I'm going to Google that 21-day fix and Beachbody. Next thing you know, they buy it. A month later, they go, hey, I saw that you're running an accountability group. I'm interested. I actually bought the 21-day fix or something else, online from Beachbody, but I would love to join you. And that's what happened to me a lot in the beginning, because I would one, I didn't make it clear that I was a coach. So people just thought I was sharing my journey. I didn't really share that they can come to me, right? And I was like, what? You already bought it? Why didn't you come through me? And then also, I think I was giving too much info of all the details in my posts. So now I keep it more of I'm running online fit um, virtual accountability groups where we will log our workouts, we will log our superfood shake, we're going to share inspiration and motivation, you're going to get meal plans, recipes, but I try to keep it so it's less selling Beachbody and more selling my lifestyle. And then they would reach out to me and say, I need to do what you're doing. What program is this? I want to get results, right? That is what we're here to do, you guys, is to help others and inspire others to do the same thing that we're doing. That's worked for us. And then Kim, you can take over. Where'd Kimmy go? Oh, there she is. Let me just do this last slide. So this kind of goes along with social media, but you guys, it's more than just posting. And I know sometimes we get caught in like, okay, well, I need to post, I need to make it perfect. And that's not what this is about, especially in the beginning. You want to connect with your warm market, the people that you've already known throughout your life, right? You are, as you go, you're going to be growing your social media and building those relationships. But just know that we're seriously just connecting with others. And it's a social, remember that, it's a social platform. Think of yourself as a personal friend maker, professional friend maker. That's how I like to look at it. And then we also have the business activity tracker, which is considered our BAT. And that is basically what our company has provided for us, where they just say, hey, if you do this daily, you're going to move your business forward. And it's just a system that is proven to help you grow and do the right activities each day. So after this call, if you're not sure where to find that, you can reach out to your coach and they'll provide that to you.
All right, so this is similar to what Kelly was talking about. The business activity tracker is wonderful. Beachbody actually just made it also electronic from our coach office, which makes it really easy if you're often on the go or on your phone and you just want to say, okay, I've got like an extra 10 minutes. Maybe you're sitting in your car or you're at a sports game or whatever, and you want to say, what should I do right now? I have like 10 minutes. The business activity tracker is going to give you like activities. But this one is something we as a team created because we thought, how do we make it super simple and give you guys a really good direction? So you're not waking up every day like, oh, I know I should do something, but it's just so overwhelming. Where do I begin? This is great. If you see here, it says Monday, 5 new connections on social media, 5 likes and comments, direct message a few people, and invite a few people, like 3 to 5 people. So imagine if you just, like Kelly said, do something consistently. It helps you build obviously consistency in your habits, but it also creates a relationship with the people you're talking to online. Because the one thing we don't want you guys to be is the girl who just sent like a hey girl DM to somebody one time and then you never went back to her, right? We really pride ourselves as a team on being women who are invested in helping other women and wanting to build a authentic relationship. So that's what this tracker does for you. It's not to give you more to do or stress you out. It's to actually simplify the process and say, here's exactly what you can do. If you truly do this most days of the week and you're consistent, you're going to have new conversations. You're going to have people who say, hey, I'm now ready because you check back with them and you showed up every day. So that tracker is like your new best friend, and we'll give it to you guys so you can print it. The other thing is, truly, you cannot be any type of coach if you don't have a sense of belief that you can do it, right? And we all start out, like Kelly said, unsure, a little bit nervous, a little bit scared, a little bit doubtful because it's new. And our body and our brain's natural reaction to things that are new and scary is to automatically try and protect you and shut down, right? So your brain's going to start to say all the negative things. And it's up to you to say, hold on a minute. Yes, this is new. Yes, I don't have all the answers, but I can do this. And the way we continuously have a strong mindset and have the confidence that you might notice that we have is because we have done the work behind the scenes and we do it every day. Like I still have to sometimes say, hold on, I'm not feeling good about my vibe. I feel like things are off. I feel like I'm not super confident this month, maybe for a million different reasons. I then go to personal development. I pull out podcasts. I will tell you if you guys can on your phone, I'll be honest, I'm like tech stupid in the beginning with all this. So I didn't even know what the podcast looked like on the iPhone. So I will be nice and show you. It's a purple little square. It says podcast. And so it'll pull up on your phone. If you search, almost all iPhones have it already on there. You search in the search bar, Team Beachbody podcast. It's going to come up. And honestly, if there's just one thing you start listening to, it's that. It's an arsenal of incredible trainings, inspirational trainings from real people, real women, it's like us in the network, who are sharing awesome tidbits, how to, as well as just the impact that coaching has had on them. So make sure you know that podcast exists. And then we like you guys to think of just picking one of these two books to begin with. And if you're a physical book reader, awesome. If you're an Audible person, because you are on the go and you want to put your earpods in, get it on Audible. But really, I think that The Compound Effect is a fantastic book. It applies to anybody and anything, not just coaching. So even if you have a spouse or a teen or a child that needs to hear this, you can all do it together. Fear is My Homeboy is another great book. And we've listed a couple podcasts here. And oftentimes we'll share them with you guys. So also realize if we are in our pods or our team pages and we're sending you some stuff, don't think you have to jump on it immediately. We all work very different hours and days of the week. So we want you to know that we share things to help you, but you take it when you have the time to do it. Don't think it has to be immediate. Okay. Love this one. I think it is so important. And, Kelly and I have kind of opposite schedules just because she has 4 kids. I have 2. Mine are older. She even has a baby. So we work our businesses different days and different times of the day. And that's the beauty of the business. So we want you guys to realize that you treat this like a business. In time, you will be paid like a business. Treat it like a hobby, which is also totally okay. We don't need to think it has to be one or the other. But, your effort matches your income really down the road. So we like you guys to think of, look at your schedule. Like, when can you have business hours? For me, I know Monday mornings are my let's go. I love Mondays. It's a fresh day. I plan my team calls. I schedule calls with customers or challengers and coaches. But I've kind of carved that out, and it's going to evolve as your seasons in life evolve. But be cognizant as you're starting this and you're maybe talking to people, signing them up. You can even let them know, hey, I'm always available. It might take me 48 hours to get back to you. Set a boundary so you don't feel like you have to constantly be reactive to people when they DM you or when you, want to schedule a call. Don't do things that don't align with your family, because that's going to make you not feel good. So we have actually stopped doing a lot of team calls in the evening because for Kelly and I, that's bedtime and we don't want to always miss bedtime. So we do morning calls and we record them, right? So that'll cater to people who can't hop on. We do want you guys to know that in order to have that support and the trainings, we do have scheduled twice a week power hours. What that is it's truly a working hour where you'll come, you'll bring your phone, we hop on the same Zoom link, and one of us will lead it and just truly say, okay, setting a timer, 10 minutes, let's go to your post, let's go talk to people, let's do this, let's do that. So we'll guide you, and they are really fun to be on because you feel like you have a bit of direction. So if you want to put a note in your calendar, for summer, we did move the time because we're kind of out more and we don't be home midday. But for Thursday, it's going to be 9:30 a.m. most Thursdays. It might even actually move to 10 a.m. Kelly, how about you on Tuesdays?
Yeah, I'm still figuring that out. I might have to do like a super early one, which I know won't work for everyone, but I might host like a 5:30 in the morning one.
Okay, no problem. And you know what? Some people are up and some people are the other side of the country, and that time zone works for them. But I tell my team all the time, I'm like, if you guys communicate with us and you say, hey, I'm the kind of person who's available on this day and this time, anyone else, like we can make other ones, especially in the summer season. We all have to be flexible, but we are here to kind of help guide you guys through those power hours. And just like Kelly said, keep in mind that you're going to see her and myself doing a lot more things than you necessarily need to do. I used to be the coach who tried to grab all the things and do it all. And then I come to Kelly and be like, oh my God, I'm so stressed. I don't know what to do. And she's like, Kim, don't do everything. Like, you don't have to. So we want you to know that and hear that. This call is to set you up to succeed. So be your best challenger, find your first 1 to 3 people to jump in with you. If I'm running a free group, if Kelly's running a free group and you want to be in that, we've done all the work for you. You don't have to create it yourself. You don't have to do all the posts. You can invite your friends. We do that to give us all like something fun to do in the month and also be valuable to others. But please don't overwhelm yourself. We will do a lot for you and you need to pick and choose what works best for you. And then here is kind of the fun part. I mean, this is a company where it's unlike most jobs. I know I can talk to Lynn, who had been a trainer years back. Like when you teach workout classes, it's fun and rewarding in the moment, but like that gym is not giving you a lot of perks for showing up and teaching the class, right? And a lot of trainers don't even make a lot of money. Beachbody is so awesome. They say, hey, we love recognition. We love showering our coaches who work hard with a lot of different things. So Success Club is when you help 3 to 5 people with a challenge pack each month. And when you do that on the repeat, there's a few things that you'll get. You'll get prizes in the mail, whether it's like t-shirts or hats or backpacks, but better than that, you can actually earn a trip for you and a +1. So like me and my spouse go every year. It's a 4-day all-inclusive trip. I earn the money that covers the cost of the trip with my Success Club points because Beachbody goes, hey, we want you guys to be rewarded. If you recruit and help that many people a month, you're going to be a solid working coach. You earn this trip and you get to have a treat. And that is amazing. And so even if you're brand new, it's not too late for you guys to actually be eligible for the trip for 2022. But just keep in mind, it's as simple as like 3 to 5 people, right? Super doable. Company is not saying you need to recruit hundreds of people to be celebrated and rewarded, which is really cool. Something that we are so excited about that you guys are eligible for is called Success Starter. Now, this is kind of a newer thing in the company. It didn't exist when I was new. And I'm so happy they did this. They say, hey, new coaches, you guys have the first 6 months of becoming a coach to help 3 or more people in at least 3 of those months. So it doesn't have to be all 6 months and it doesn't have to be consecutive because we know month 1 is all about you. So it's, it might happen, it might not, but you still have the other 5 months to help those people and qualify for what's called a Success Starter. It's a big deal. We are going to shout you out. We're going to send you some gifts. We're going to be so happy for you. But Beachbody is going to say Success Starters are hard workers and they earn a free ticket to Summit. So for 2022, you'll earn a free ticket, which is a value of $200, as well as, this is like the best part, they have new programs, right, all the time coming out with super trainers like Autumn and Amwala, and they take Success Starters and they put you guys in the test group for the next newest program. So you get to be the secret participant. Like you get to get the results. You get to firsthand experience it, have one-on-one contact with the trainer. And this stuff launches your business even further because people go crazy. Like the results are always so good. It elevates your accountability and it's so fun. So we have a girl on my team, Courtney, who qualified as a Success Starter. She was part of the 645 test group. And so that has been amazing to watch. We had a couple ladies from Tammy's team who were in, and Shannon, I believe too, from Let's Get Up. And they could come out of the gates and be like, check me out. And we were so happy. We're like, look at you. So that is something that we don't want you guys to not know exists. It's pretty special. And if that's something you want to work for, again, let your coach know because we'll kind of help you keep track of it all. And then the next thing, just to kind of like put on your radar because we know it's possible. And we are a team that when we see people, let's say you're a runner, which means we'll match you at your speed. You want to go all in, you want to do all the things. If that sounds like you, then you should put Diamond on your goal list for this year. And that really just means you and 12 people. Okay. That is a Thanksgiving dinner table. That's all it is. It's like that many people around a dinner table, right? That's a girls' night out of friends, a birthday party. And it's not hundreds of people, but it's 12 people who say, yeah, I want to sign up. I don't mind getting a discount. Maybe I would coach, maybe I wouldn't. Not all 12 need to be working coaches like you. A lot are going to be discount coaches. A lot might just be friends and family. But the quicker you collect your 12 people to go all in with you, the quicker you're going to hit Diamond. And that feels really good. Momentum is something that, builds on itself. So it's much easier if you add like 5 people this month and 5 people next month than adding like 1 and then 0 and then 3 and 0 and someone quit. It's like, oh, that is exhausting, right? So we want to make it just simple and easy for you guys to know that it's really possible. But we'll get into that later. That's kind of all you need to know about Diamond at this point. And then challenge groups are the bomb. That is our community, you guys. That's where we get to really connect with the people who join us. So we want you to know that in the beginning, you are welcome to create your own group, but you certainly don't have to. I have a group going, Kelly has a group going. We always have a place that you can plug in. We can make you admin if you're adding people. I'll say to my new coaches, if you're not adding people right away, I'm going to keep you in there as a challenger because I just want you to be a great participant. If you are actually signing people up, I'm going to change it. So you're going to say Coach, Coach Lynn in the group, and you'll be adding people yourself. But I have all the posts ready to go. And like Kelly said, you're welcome to drop some stuff in there. You want to add a positive quote, or you want to add something that you love, a recipe, go for it. Don't ever ask, don't hesitate, just be a participant and be a great coach in the group. We want you guys to just be a product of the product, and it's all about your personal journey. The more fun you have, the more you let go of fear, and the more you just kind of jump in, the better it all gets. That's kind of how I did it. Okay, and then this is like so important. I love that Kelly already told you guys that you're going to talk to friends, you're going to post. Not everybody's going to say yes. It's almost like the saying is go for no, because at least you're taking action. And if you go for no, then you have a reason or an idea of like what is in that person's way, and you can follow up later. So remember, this is like the long game. Your fitness journey is not going to magically come and go in 30 days, and you're like the perfect fitness level you want to be at, and that's all you have to do for life, right? Fitness and health is a lifelong thing. So is coaching if you want it to be. And it takes at least 7 to 10 touches or exposures with a person before they even realize, oh, she has something to offer me. I can do that. Like one time, gone. They don't even know. They don't even know you said it. People are hardly reading and hardly stopping their scroll. Even I look through stories and I'm tapping, right? Seconds. So it's not you, it's the algorithm, it's social media, it's people's attention span. Don't think because you showed up twice on social media to invite to something and it didn't bring people to you that you did something wrong. It's not you. It needs to be a consistent effort, ongoing. And I love this right here where it says people don't care about you as much as you think they do. Can't tell you how many times I'm a big people pleaser. I want everyone to be happy. There's so many times I have wrongly assumed somebody hasn't, followed up with me or responded to me because it's me. And then months later, we have a conversation and it turns out something really big happened in their life that I didn't know about, or, they just weren't ready because of health issues, so don't overthink how you are affecting people, like if you're doing things in a nice way, guarantee you it's not about you. And we just want you guys to stay positive and give this time, because all the things you see us doing at this point is a very far growth process from where we began. I posted in my team page the other day, I had a photo 4 years ago on Facebook and it popped up and it was like the worst picture. It had 3 likes. It was probably my mom, my husband, and a friend. And I'm sure Kelly was like, what the heck is she doing? We know she was doing that. She's admitted it. So we all do things that looking back, we can laugh at. But the thing in this business is that the people who have success, the people who are able to grow, and just personally and professionally are the ones who just don't quit when it's a little uncomfortable or it's a little bit hard or you just don't really know how, but you're willing to ask for help. That's when you're going to grow in every way here. And we have had so much fun seeing our team grow. I mean, we're just proud of everybody who takes the leap and says, I'm here. And for the people who are on this call right now, and if you're listening to the recording, you're taking steps that others haven't even done. Give yourself credit, because it takes guts to do what we do. It's a whole lot easier, you guys, just to like post a selfie about yourself and move on. And it's just about you. It takes a lot of guts and a lot of energy and positivity to give that to others in the world. That's what you're doing. So give yourself credit. Kel, I can't remember. Is there like another slide?
Oh, just to recap.
Okay. So, I mean, this has been a very in-depth call. I know we've given you guys a lot of information, and it's okay if you only take a few nuggets out of it. But what we want you to remember is that that first coming out post is so important. Give it to your coach to check out before you share it. Make that list of people. Maybe you've already started to reach out to people. The follow-up is so important. I always give the example of myself, like if I've been looking for, let's say, I wanted CBD oil recently because I was having sleep issues, and there was a girl I talked to, and I was like the worst. She had to DM me, I want to say like 6 times. I was the worst person. And I kept being like, first I ghosted her. I was like, oh, I'll get to it. Like I want to leave it there because I know I don't have time right now. Then I kind of wasn't sure I really wanted it because I didn't know like how good it was. Then she sent me some video I could watch. So I watched. Then she followed up again. Then she finally convinced me to do it just because of her follow-up. And I did it and I bought it. But if she hadn't followed up more than twice, I wouldn't have bought it. And I'm like the perfect example of what we see on the other side. So that list is important, the follow-up is important, and we just want you to do it. So create the post, make the list of people, and then once you've done that, tell your coach. And when you take action, then we're gonna work with you closely. We can schedule a call one-on-one with you when you're ready for it. But at least take those 2 first steps before you even need to hop on a call with us. But it's pretty exciting, and I hope this is helpful for you guys. There's a lot of trainings. I already mentioned this. We do not want you to feel like you have to take in everything. Don't be a collector of information because you'll probably just get frozen in that process. We just want you to take action. When you feel excited about something, that belongs out there. Put in your stories, do a post. That's how I operate. Like, was that the best workout? Do I feel so good? Do I suddenly see like a little definition on my arm? Like, what am I excited about? Just go for it. Like, don't overthink it, and then utilize our pods. You guys should all be in a new coach pod at this point. Check it maybe once a day. Don't feel like you have to have those notifications on if it stresses you out. It's a personality thing. Some people love notifications on, other people go crazy and it's too much for them. Just see where you land and make sure that you don't have to feel like you're constantly reacting to stuff because that's not a good feeling. So the pod is there for you. We have our team page is here. We even have a training website. But, first 2 steps, do that, get your call scheduled with your coach, and then we'll go from there. That's all you really need to do at this point. And I think that's it.
Perfect,
Then
you guys.
if you have any questions, please, you